I'm going to preview the 5 seed Texas versus 12 seed Clemson football game, which will be played December 21st at 3 p.m. Central Time on TNT/Max. And currently, Texas is favored by 11 points. Granted, the spread could be different once we get closer to the games here. And I'm going to put the stats of both of these teams in the description below so y'all can see it. And I cannot memorize all this stuff. And hopefully Quinn Ewers does get a little bit healthier for Texas. And the game obviously is in Austin, Texas. They're a higher seed. I mean, that's the way the format is. I'm going to go like offensive stats, defensive stats for the game. Like points per game, yards per game on both sides, tackles for loss, sacks, pass breakups, interceptions, fumbles recovered, safeties, blocked kicks. Then I'll give who I think is going to win the game. As we all know, Texas did lose in the SEC title game, but it was really close. I mean, 22-19. Thus, Texas is 11-2 on the year, 7-1 in the SEC. And the lone two losses were against Georgia. One of those was in Austin. The other in Atlanta for the SEC title game, as we all know. Now, how many points per game does Texas average? Offensively, 33.62. Now, opposing, 12.46. And granted, I'm going to have to take into consideration who is the best team Texas has played this year. A&L, they're in 4. Colorado State, they're in 4 too, but that's a Mountain West school. Vanderbilt, maybe that's their best win. Yes, I know they played Georgia, but they didn't beat them. So, I'm just making a mention right there. Now, first downs, 291 first downs, while on offense, 196 on defense allowed. Now, rushing yards per game, 164.4. Now, opposing, 106.7. Passing yards per game, 281. Passing yards per game on offense, 143.08, which you could say 0.1 if you want to. Allowed by the defense. Time possession, 30 minutes, 21 seconds. On offense, defense, 29 minutes, 40 seconds. Third down conversions, 43.18% on 176 attempts. 30.5%, 30.56% allowed on third down on 180 attempts. Fourth down, 58.3%, 58 in the third on 24 attempts, while 48.15% on 27 attempts. Now I'm going to go over now the offense has given up 89 tackles for loss and 28 sacks. Now the defense does have 96 tackles for loss, and they do have 39 sacks, which is impressive numbers, and 19 interceptions by the defense. 48 pass breakups, 45 quarterback hurries, 9 fumbles recovered. They blocked a kick. They got a safety on this year. While the offense has allowed two block kicks this year. I already mentioned the sacks and the tackles for loss. 11 interceptions though, and 11 fumbles. That is concerning. And 41 pass breakups, 31 quarterback hurries. Now Clemson, as we all know, they made a 56-yard field goal, and they were the only way they were going to make the college football playoff is to win the ACC title game. And it was close. 34-31. Yeah, they were up 31-14, but SMU came right back and forced Clemson to go on the game-winning drive. And what the difference was, that big kickoff return. Then one completion, then go for the field goal. And I was surprised that SMU didn't even call timeout. So Clemson is 10-3 on the year, 7-1 in the ACC. Offensively, 35.5 points per game. 22.3 points per game allowed. 317 first downs. 261 allowed. Rushing yards per game, 180.8. on offense, 150.5 on defense. So that it can be an area that Texas could exploit, unlike the Georgia game. Could be. Now, passing yards per game, 274.1 on offense, 214.4 on defense. Time possession, 30 minutes, 46 seconds on offense, 29 minutes, 14 seconds on defense. Third down, 45%, 186%, on 186 attempts. 36% on defense on 183 attempts. Now, fourth down, 61% on 18 attempts, 47% on 15 attempts. So now I'm going to go over like the sacks, which they have given up 22 all year. So that's going to be a good battle up front. And 71 tackles for loss, 6 interceptions, and 3 fumbles. Though. Now, the defense does have 90 tackles for loss and 33 sacks. So this is going to be a really good battle up front between these two squads. 15 interceptions by the defense, though. 60 pass breakups, 47 quarterback hurries, 10 fumble recoveries, 1 block kick, and Clemson did allow 8 block kicks this year. So, ooh. Obviously, if you're Clemson, you got to be aware that Texas is going to play angry. They're coming off of a close loss, or a loss in general. I'm just saying that. You got to take care of the football better. I mean, if you're Texas going into this game, and of course, taking care of football in general does help both these teams. And Cade Klubnik is going back to his home city, in his home state at least. I'm pretty sure this home city, but I'm gonna just double check that real fast, y'all. Yep, he went to Westlake High School, which is in Austin. Yeah. So he's coming back, and surely he's got to be motivated to be back in his home city and home state. I mean, that's very interesting. Obviously, you need to take away the run game for both of these teams and make one of them one-dimensional offensively. You got to create some havoc plays on defense. Of course, you want to limit those and not give up explosive plays on defense. You got to be solid on special teams because those things do matter. Look at that Clemson game. If Clemson didn't have that good return, that game would have gone to overtime, and then who knows what would have happened. I mean, that's just telling the truth. You got to be good on special teams. Those things do matter. I do think that this game will be close. But I think Texas gets the job done at home. But we'll see. It's just an intriguing battle because offensive line, defensive line, very similar in terms of numbers. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens in all this. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 7 subscribers. Close ultimate goal. It's 1,000 more. Some money after this course. Like a video. Comment video really helps the YouTube algorithm. Some more people to see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people could watch. And if you're watching and subscribe, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well.